spectacular SoFi Stadium in metropolitan Los Angeles. Tonight, it's the Sunday night opener for the new NFL season between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Los Angeles Chargers. It's the marquee game of opening weekend, and off we go on a Sunday night on EA Sports. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
The play brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. It was Frank Clark that time who got in there to bring him down. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now. And a loose football. And picked up by the Chargers.
I remember sitting in special teams meetings, and at some point during the meeting, the coach would always say, you better treat this one just like you're playing offense or defense. It's a big part of the game, and we just saw evidence of why right there with that fumble.
Yeah, fumble on the punt, and after it was turning up to be a pretty decent return.
Yeah, a really nice return. They were going to be set up okay, and the offense would feel good running onto the field. And now the defense has to try it out there and try and slow them down.
They started on the ground with Eckler. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd down, Eckler. The 20. Takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, 48 yards. And the Chargers have taken a first quarter lead.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, And then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Here's Eckler to begin the drill. He'll take this up to right around the 20. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and the Chargers are going to get themselves a fresh set of downs here. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
The ball carrier.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And that's going to be good for a Chargers 1st down as the tackle made at about the 38. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll try the air now with Herbert. And this one's incomplete. Johnson the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Going on the ground with Eckler. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 11 yards there, 1st down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the 1st quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And a give this time to the tailback. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
Yeah, looked good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. They swallowed him up. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. They'll run here with Eckler. The pickup there, 5 yards.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here is Eckler. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. A 3-yard pickup.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score Chargers 7, Bengals 0.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to be close to a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bengals 31.
He's brought down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that any time you hand the ball to him back.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. On 3rd down, here's Eckler. Oh, breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger 1st.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now Eckler. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
On the ground, it's Eckler. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. Not a bad start for him. 2 drives for the offense, 2 rushing TDs.
Almost like he's in the percussion section in the band, isn't it? Got a little oomph, right? Got a little crash, got a little bang. He's got it all as he gets to the end zone. 2nd rushing touchdown, as you noted, on 2 drives. He's off to a terrific start.
Okay, you ready? Wait for it. Rodgers on the return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a 1st drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. That's complete to John Ross. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. A quick throw now complete to Ross. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
38-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. They'll roll him out right. Got a man open, it's Ross. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. A good pickup there, 26 yards. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On 2nd down now, Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
And they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. And he's able to skip away from that first defender on his way to a pickup of 5. We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in Week 1. On the give, this is Eckler. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
And 2.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on third down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The handoff, it's Eckler. He'll have it first down past the 40 as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. That good for 19 on a first down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And he'll give it here to his running back. It appears he'll be a few inches short, so 9 yards on the gain officially, and it'll be 3rd down.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position end up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Fights through and now a crease. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
That'll be taken about a yard deep, and no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
On 2nd down, Burrow. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. Oh, and now some space covering. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. First down, and they stick with Eckler. Able to power through. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
2nd and 7.
Second and 7. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get one step. If you're within one step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that looks like an extra step was involved.
A 51-yard attempt.
This is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. So we've reached halftime here in our initial Sunday night telecast of the new season. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Going deep downfield for Ross. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
And it's 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Burrow.
Don't worry about it.
Traffic, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
And to give this time to the tailback. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Once more, here's Eckler. Touchdown! Austin Eckler, 36 yards. And the interception by the Chargers D leads to a touchdown. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
5-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play there for the Bengals. 48 yards on the ground.
Cincinnati.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. Forced out to his left.
He's got this to the tight end, Hopkins.
And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now 2nd down. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Here's Burrow. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. From 21 yards away. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer.
And on this play, he just made a great route. The quarterback had to deliver it, sure, but a great route run there.
And, Brandon, this is what the best receivers do. They work on their route running because it's one thing to have athletic ability, but to really get open, you have to set up defensive backs with different routes and be precise in your cuts.
Now it's Burrow. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further.
Bengals 15. Will Lutz set
after the touchdown. Lutz to kick it off.
This will make it into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
5-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. It's Eckler again. They'll have it first down past the 40 as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Running on first down, Eckler. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory.
The ball carrier.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bengals' 43-yard line. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And some room to work. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower. That front seven reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing. Slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the 3rd quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Going on the ground with Eckler. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Taking it in from 4 yards out. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1, oh good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well because you and I both know Protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, two sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
The Bengals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Burrow looking to pass. Finds an opening past the 40. Got a man, it's Ross, complete.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A Bengal first down on a 16-yard pickup there. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Going deep downfield for Ross. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And finally, he is out of bounds, but not before taking it down near the 15.
Bengals.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. To the air again, Burrow. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game. So defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers. So a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
On the run, it's Mixon. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
No gain on the play. And it brings up 3rd down.
Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
Yeah, they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
Burrow going for it on 4th. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Uchenna and Wosu got the sack there. The D brought the house. They called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback, overwhelming the O-line.
And I would love to know, and we'll find out later on, was that called before the play, or did they audible into it? Because defenses change plays as well as offenses. Sometimes they get the set they want. They go right to the blitz, and in this case, they nailed it.
And he's into the clear. He's at the 40, 20, and all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, 81 yards. And this offense continues to pour it on.
Michael Batchley lining up for the extra.
Well, I'm
just not sure what more we can say about him after that one.
But we're certainly going to give it a try, aren't we? Because I believe we're watching greatness personified. It has not mattered all game long where they've handed him the football. He's taken it and found the end zone. He is so locked into that so-called zone, I don't think they're going to get him out of it in this one.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there.
He's brought down.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Fourth and goal, and down by a touchdown. The offense stays on the field. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. As he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
They'll run here with Eckler. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. The ball still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run, so now a little soul-searching on 4th down.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll run for it with Eckler, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone, and you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out, and I think their philosophy is we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
For the Chargers.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how...
That's caught inside the 20. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line.
6 yards.
And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
Touchdown.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
What's good on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. This will make it into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the 4th quarter. And now can really take some time off the clock. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Marking down at the 49. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here's Eckler. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 14 yards there on the pickup, and the Chargers are going to get themselves a fresh set of downs here.
Chargers.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Chargers, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter @EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.